Resilience, part 1. Born without welcome. Some children are abandoned because their parents are cruel. Others are abandoned because life is crueler than love. This is not a story about a boy who was lucky. This is a story about a boy who survived when luck never came. If you ever felt unwanted, if you ever wondered whether your beginning disqualified your future, listen, because this boy was left behind and still found a reason to stand. Some people are born into love, others are born into noise, but a few are born into silence. The kind that decide their future before they take their first breath. This boy was one of them. He entered the world without celebration, no song, no prayers whispered over his head, only rain hitting rusted zinc and a woman crying, not from joy, but fear. His mother was young, too young to carry responsibility, too broken to carry hope. When the boy cried, she panicked. When he cried again, she covered her ears. And when the dawn came, she made a decision that would follow him for the rest of his life. She wrapped him in an old wrapper, placed him near a refuse dump beside a road, and walked away without looking back. The boy cried until his voice became thin. Then he stopped. By mid-morning, a woman who sold roasted corn nearby noticed him. She was old, bent, living one meal at a time. She looked around. No one claimed him. No one asked questions. She sighed, lifted him gently, and whispered, "Life has been hard on you." She kept him, not because she could afford to, but because leaving him felt heavier. For years, she cared for him in the only way she knew, feeding him leftovers, letting him sleep beside the store, shielding him from drunk men and cruel nights. She never asked where he came from. The streets had already answered. She called him lucky, not because he was lucky, not because she hoped the name would lie for him, but poverty is patience and age is unforgiving. When the woman fell sick, Lucky became invisible again. No hospital, no family, no help. One night, she did not wake up. By morning, the street took him back. That was when survival truly began. By the age of 7, Lucky has learned pain. Truth. Crying does not bring help. Trust must be borrowed carefully, and the world does not rescue everyone. The streets fed him when it could, beat him when it wanted, ignored him most of the time. But what the streets did not know, what his mother never saw, was that inside this unwanted child lived something stubborn. Resilience. Not loud, not dramatic, just unbreakable. The street named him Lucky, not because life favored him, but because survival itself became his miracle. He did not yet know who he truly was. He did not yet know what he would become. But one thing was already clear. A boy the world tried to forget was quietly learning how to endure it. And this was only the beginning. In part 2, hunger will become his teacher, pain become his language, and survival will demand a prize. If this story moves you, subscribe to Shakespeare Real Life Story so you do not miss what comes next. Because sometimes stories are not meant to be rushed. They are meant to be felt.